Great opportunity for carers. Okay, so if you are a carer already living in the UK, I think you should hop on this opportunity. This is what I'll be talking about in today's video. Hey lovelies, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Faith Ojone, and on this channel I talk about ways you can travel abroad and settle abroad. I provide you with resources on how you can get started. I share latest updates concerning the UK, how you can migrate and settle in the UK, and everything about, getting informed and staying updated. So if this is the kind of content you like, hit the subscribe button down below, turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I share content like this. Without saying so much, let's get started. I made a video last week or a few weeks ago talking about how someone started a petition for the government to reduce the ILR wait time for those in the health sector instead of 5 years. And that petition got a lot of votes. A lot of people supported it. And finally, government responded to the petition, but it wasn't the response we are hoping for. They responded that the normal time for you to spend in the UK to get indefinite leave to remain is 5 years, and they are not planning on changing that for healthcare sector. And to me, I'm like, other countries are making it very attractive for those in the health sector, even carers. Look at Republic of Ireland. If you get a job in the health sector and your job or your occupation is part of the shortage occupation list, you get ILR in 2 years. Look at New Zealand, it's straight to resident. Like, other countries are making it more attractive for people to come into their country. The UK is struggling with labor shortage, and they're not even making it attractive for people to want to come into the country. The fact that you're even tied to your employer for 5 years, imagine. A lot of people are just like surviving this country. To be honest, I am surviving this country, and the fact that I've invested so many years living here. I know some people like, why not leave? I know, but I've stayed here for almost 3 years. Like, I'm only 2 years to ILR, so I could as well just leave it out. I don't know, but hey, why am I making this video? Canada have decided to make it a lot easier for carers. So if you're a carer in the UK, you have care experience, move to Canada. What are you doing in the UK? Once I'm done with this video, you understand why I'm saying UK carers move to Canada. That's if you like Canada, of course. It's your personal choice or preference, but I just feel like Canada has good package. I know I've not spoken about Canada on this channel before, but hey, this is from Canada. So for many years, people from other countries who take care of families in Canada have been very important to Canadians or to Canada. Canada recognized these people make a lot of sacrifice, so they have made a way for them to become a permanent resident. Canada is making a way for carers to get their permanent residency a lot quicker. Richie has announced that the amount of time a caregiver needs to work in Canada before they can become permanent residents is being reduced from 24 months to 12 months. That's to say that now if you're a carer in Canada, you don't have to have worked in your role for 24 months to be able to be eligible for resident permit. Now they are reducing the time to 12 months. That's to say 1 year you are eligible to apply for your resident permit. They are also reserving some spots for caregivers who have already worked in Canada before they can apply for permanent residency. This is amazing. Canada is making it easier and more attractive for more people to come into their country, and the UK is not. So these changes will start on April 30th, 2023, and it will be for caregivers who have already applied to. This change will make it easier for caregivers and your family members to become permanent residents in Canada. So from 30th of April now, if you are a caregiver in Canada and you spent 1 year in Canada as a caregiver, you can apply for your permanent residency. Since the new rules were put in place in 2019, almost 1,600 caregivers and their family members have become permanent residents in Canada. I mean, in 2022, almost 1,100 caregivers and their family members became permanent residents through the pathway. So previously, it was 24 months before you can become permanent resident in Canada as a carer, but now they are reducing the time to 12 months. Canadian government are making it more attractive to get more people to come to Canada. I mean, and the UK is not. So if you're a carer in the UK, or maybe you just land the UK as a carer, you've not spent a lot of time, and you want to give this a go, I think you should. Honestly, I think you should. So this is starting from April this year, 2023. I have a feeling that UK is going to lose a lot of healthcare workers. Like, it's sure for me, say UK will lose carers, because if Canada is making it this attractive, and the fact that a lot of people actually like Canada, most people who come to the UK first, Canada has been their first choice, but because UK, you know, they got into the UK. For us, I would say like Canada was our first choice, but we got UK first, so we decided to come. A lot of people already live in the UK, so Canada and the US, and this is just going to make the UK lose care workers. So I'm bringing to you this special information. If you are planning on having a more, like, going to a country that values you, that respects your work, that wants you to become part of them and give you permanent residency, I mean, this is your opportunity. I'm going to leave the link to the information in the description box below. And of course, for those who said, okay, where can we find jobs in Canada? There are so many websites that you can search for jobs in Canada as a carer. And if you're already in the UK as a carer, I think it would be a lot easier for you to move to Canada, because imagine spending 5 years in the UK on a health and care visa as a carer, and you're tied to an employer before you can get ILR, when you can achieve this in 1 year. 1 freaking year, you're going to become permanent resident. So while people in the UK are waiting 6 years to become citizen, it's going to just take you probably 4 years for you to become citizen. So the 2 years that you have waste, you're not going to waste it anymore. So I think if you're a carer in the UK, if I was in the health sector in the UK, maybe I was a carer or a doctor, or my husband was, we would have like gone by. There are so many juicy opportunities for healthcare professionals in other countries. I mean, Australia as a healthcare professional, resident. New Zealand, straight to resident. Like, you're not needing visa to stay in the country. And you need to remember, after staying in the UK on a care visa for 3 years, if you do not go through the 5 years route, like your visa is not 5 years, even if your visa is 5 years, you still need to renew your visa. It's still going to cost you amount of money for you to renew your visa and stay back in the UK. You see the amount of money you'll be spending in the UK because before you become a permanent resident, it's not worth it. Like, yeah, I know a lot of people like, why are you saying the UK leave? I wish I can. Honestly, you guys have no idea. Like, I wish I can. Anyway, guys, we have come to the end of this video. If this video was helpful, you know what to do. Smash the like button. Leave a comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts. And subscribe to the channel if you like what I'm doing here. So guys, I will see you in the next video.